All right, today I'm going to show you how to make this little symbol, our arrow and line. This is what we're going to look at for our sectioning. AutoCAD's great with the sectioning, that's not a problem. The issue we're going to have is that this is really not. If we want to do a full section of something like this, we have to use the align feature, which this is not how the actual cut line looks. So I want to show you how you can do this very simply. So just so you can see it in reference to here and what we're going to do, we're going to do the following. We're going to come to our home tab. I'm going to put myself in the cut layer. Now remember, that's our layer for our sectioning. So if you're watching this for another school, you do what your teacher says. But we're going to come here. I'm going to make this arrow. Easiest way to do it is we're going to come in and we're just going to make a leader line. Okay? Now we have that. I don't care how big or anything like that. We're going to come to the home and we are going to go under modify. We are going to explode. We're going to choose it, explode it. Now we're going to get rid of all this extra stuff. Delete. So you can see what it actually in reference to is. Let's just move this over here. I want to make this about that size. So let's just guesstimate it first. I know it's not twice the size. Let's try 1.5. Let me show you what I just did. That'd be helpful. I'm going to come up to the scale command right here. I'm going to select my object, and after I select it, of course, right click. My base point is going to go here. I am now going to go ahead and type in 1.5. That's pretty close to it, and to me, that works out pretty fine. That we can use over and over again. And if I turn the line weight on, you'll see it's nice and dark. So, with this, in order for us to be able to use it for each of our drawings, let's make and write a block. So, we've got this made. What we're going to do next is we are going to come up and we are going to go to our Insert tab. And we're going to come over here to Create Block. Okay, so when we're going to go ahead and create a block, actually we're going to write a block. You can create a block, it'll save it for that drawing. You write a block, it saves it for everything. So write a block, and you're going to get this screen up. Okay, first thing, we're going to pick objects. We're not taking the whole drawing, so we want it with the objects. Okay, pick our point. Where's our base point? So I'm going to pick, and I'm going to pick there. That way I know where it's going in. Now I've got to select my object, and I can retain it, convert it to a block, delete it from my drawing. I'm going to delete it from the drawing so you can actually see it. Now with this, select objects. So now I've selected it. Where do I want to save this to? Well, I'm going to want to save this to, it should be your server. Okay, I'm saving mine off to the desktop so I can get to it quicker for you guys. So I've got it on my desktop, and the name of this new block is going to be, let's go line of sight. Oops, line of sight. That's going to tell you where the arrows are going to go. And we're going to tell it to save. So once we have it here, you notice object, base point was right here, selected the objects right here, selected all of it, deleting it from the drawing because we won't need it. We'll be pulling it back, put it where we want to save it, and our units are going to be inches. And when you tell it okay, it's going to disappear. Okay, it's gone. It's gone, but it's not gone. So you see with this drawing here that we did, this one here, I wanted it to be a full section. What I can do in here now is very simply, in my cut line, I can use line, polyline, whichever, and I'm going to pick from here. I'm going to keep my ortho on. I'm going to keep it going straight, about a ½ inch out. That looks pretty decent right there. Okay? Now, the problem is I don't have those lines of sight, and you can see which way they're going. So let's come over here and go Insert, Insert, Browse. You will definitely be going to your server. I'm going to my desktop for right now, where it says line of sight, open. Make sure it's exploded, tell it okay. I'm going to pick right here. There's my line of sight. At this point, I can come back here again, I can copy it or I can reinsert it. Either way, whatever's easiest for me. And I can put it here. So now I have it. So when it actually comes down time for me to plot this, remember, I told you we don't need this. It's only on one sheet. This will be done if we had multiple sheets. So what I'm doing here is when I come to print this, see my annotation? If I freeze that off, it's gone, and I'm left with just my proper cut line. It's kind of a backwards kind of thing to have to do, but until AutoCAD can get their line weights and their things set up properly, this is what we're going to do for my classroom. So now we have the proper one in. All right, that should do ya.